Yeah. Hello.
Apparently I can't take her out because during the daytime she's very shy and likes to sleep in her cave during the day, but when it comes to nighttime though, she does start to come out. He'll be Ariel's future boyfriend. What is happening, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great start to your day here. I have not done a video like this in quite a while, and holy cow, why is my camera getting blurred? So it's a video I haven't done actually in quite a long time. I don't know, it's been at least maybe a couple years or so, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually give you guys the big update for 2023, and we're gonna actually tour of all the animals that I have here in this house. Well, technically a majority of them are mine, but we are going to still do it regardless, everybody. So if you guys are excited about me showing you all the animals that we have here, feel free to smash that like button if you guys want to do that, and feel free to subscribe too as well. So let's go ahead and actually get it off started with starting off with my good friend, what's his name? Oh yes, Bagheera.
Hi, Bagheera, come here. What are you doing? Hi. What? What do you want? What do you want, bud? Meow.
So for those of you guys that are not familiar with my cat Bagheera here, we actually got him from the shelter about 3 years ago already, and he has just been absolutely an amazing animal member here of the household. And pretty realistically speaking, he's not a very talkative cat, but for some reason he's only very talkative with me though. Obviously because I probably was there when I adopted him, believe it or not. And since then he's just been a pretty lazy kitty, and he doesn't get too much into mischief, but you know, for him being a boy, well, I guess I shouldn't be judging myself either. Oh well, we all boys get into mischief a lot, so. But anywho though, he just has a cute face. I mean, look at that cute kitty cat face. I mean, who wouldn't think that's adorable, right? Come here, bud.
Come here. Yeah. Hello. Can we see your cute face?
Yeah, look at that cute face, everybody. Who doesn't think that's a cute face, right? So yeah, Bagheera now, I think he's coming up at 4 years old if I recall, so that's actually pretty impressive for a young cat like him.
Yeah, you're a cute kitty.
So about 9 times out of 10, he's a good cat, but like I said, for being how young he is, and he's still a boy, like me, he kind of gets into mischief. Oh, and look what it just says, speaking of mischief.
No, no, no. You!
Oh, gotcha there. But yeah, that's the story of Bagheera. We adopted him from the local animal shelter, so and since then he's been a pretty goofy cat with us since day one. For our next family member of the household, everyone, I want to introduce you guys is to my big kitty cat Boo here. And
yeah, hi. You look beautiful as usual.
so the story about Boo is it's kind of similar with Bagheera's, and it began several years ago when we visited the animal shelter one weekend with my mom, and we were just looking at some of the cats, you know, and then apparently we crossed paths with, oh, where are you going, Boo Boo?
Boo, you don't want me to tell the story?
Alright, I'll try and make this. Looks like we have company here. So what, like I was saying, everybody, about Boo was we got her at the shelter several years ago, and she was probably, we don't know exactly how old she is, to be completely honest with you, but I think the day we got her, she must have been very, very young. Probably, I'm guessing maybe a year old, at the most, a year old. And you guys have probably just seen her moments ago on camera, how big she is. Last time I weighed her, she was about 21 pounds. That's a big cat, everybody. And the first time we got her, she was literally like skinny. She was probably maybe just under 5 pounds. And, well, she was skinny enough that literally when you petted her down her back, you could actually feel her spine. That's how skinny she was. And of course, from the volunteers that work at the shelter, they told us she was found in somebody's garage. So, and what's funny about her is that she actually kind of has developed the taste for not only cat food, but also some people food too. She actually, one of her favorite people type foods is cheese, believe it or not. Even if you do say the word cheese, she actually just might respond out here. So I don't know exactly where she ran off to, but yeah, every time one of us comes into the kitchen here, we open the refrigerator, for example, give it a few seconds, close it, and literally any moment, usually Boo will come right into the kitchen around here someplace. Again, don't know where she went, but that's kind of the story of Boo, and we've had her ever since. She's been a very sweet cat to us, and she's pretty social only with us around. When strange people come to the house, she takes up hiding. She's very shy, but with us around, she's completely comfortable. So wherever she is, that's just the introduction and the story of Boo. Who came up with the name Boo? Megan, do you remember who came up with the name Boo? Mom did?
Yeah.
I thought it was me or Matthew.
Because Mom was the one who named her that.
I could have sworn it was me that came up with the name. That is her name, everybody. So, with that being said, the conclusion of the story of how Boo became a part of our family. Up next, everybody, we obviously have probably one of the most popular ones of my reptiles here, literally in my room, everybody. It's my girl Ariel here, my corn snake. And I'm gonna be honest, you guys see her almost every time in the vlogs, everyone, because she's just absolutely a beautiful looking corn snake. She's one of my few first pet snakes I've ever had in my lifetime, and I've had her now for literally, coincidentally, we got her probably around sometime around the same time as we got Boo from the animal shelter. I actually got Ariel from a reptile show several years ago down in the Grand Rapids area. I think I still have that video going to my very first reptile show ever. So that's still on the channel, everybody. I'm not exactly sure where it is, but that was the video that I shot, and I purchased my girl Ariel that same day. But she was so much smaller than this when I got her, everybody. She was probably like at least 12, maybe 14 inches long. And for how small she is and how young she was, she kind of did have a bit of a nippy attitude. So, but after literally getting some socializing time over the years with her, she's been a great animal, everybody. She has a great appetite. She's not so defensive when I take her out to hold her. And, well, she's just very gentle now. She's really mellowed out because of how much she's grown so much over the years. But that being said, though, she kind of, well, I don't know how to put it, but sometimes when I do open her cage, at first she kind of does go into defense mode at first. But anywho, though, I guess that's how some people feel when you kind of have an uninvited guest at first, right? So, regardless, I'm just so happy I've had her still several years later, and hopefully another 5 to 10 years from now, I'll still have her with me. And hopefully soon, I'm hoping, you guys, fingers crossed, I still hope someday, I'm hoping that I can actually breed her to, you guess who, you know, Frosty, my snow corn snake. Up next on to the animals here at the household, everyone. You guys probably don't get to see them too much in the vlogs as compared to like years and years ago, but we got my guy Tyson here, my amazing albino checker garter snake. And a fun fact about him, he was actually one of my very first snake I ever bought from a captive breeder. And he was literally maybe 6-7 inches long when I got him several years ago. I did an unboxing video the day he arrived, which was absolutely probably one of my best moments in my lifetime, everybody. And since then, Tyson has just been an amazing reptile here. And as you guys can see, he is fully grown, and he is probably ready to start breeding here pretty soon, everyone. Because right now, I do have his girlfriend here in the house, but she's still too small to breed. With that being said, though, Tyson's probably one of the most shy snakes I've had in my collection so far. He's not a bitey type snake, though, but especially when he kind of like will puff up a little bit to make himself look bigger, but he really doesn't want to bite. But regardless, though, he's been really different, though, for these last several months. He's been actually more curious than shy, though, which is kind of funny because, you know, that's just how he's been. He's been super shy his whole life, but since over the last few months, his personality's kind of changed. So I don't know if it's just because of how much he's aged, or if it's just maybe after a while getting to handle him, he's probably starting to realize that I'm not really a big threat after all. So, but regardless, though, absolutely a beautiful snake. And fun fact, by the way, I actually got him just a couple months prior before I actually got Ariel. So the fact that I got two snakes within a couple months apart is kind of really awesome. But that being said, though, the collection slowly just started to grow from that point on. And of course, many of you guys have seen the latest addition for the last few months, my guy Frosty, my snow corn snake, who is obviously a snow corn snake and his name is Frosty. But also, he is going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, like I said, he'll be Ariel's future boyfriend, and hopefully we can produce some amazing little baby snow corns in the near future. So, this guy, I got him at the NARBC Tinley Park Reptile Show this past March, and that show was absolutely crowded, but it was an absolute blast, everyone. So, hopefully in a few more months, this guy will see if he has a huge size difference. And probably one of the most popular snakes, probably in literally in my entire room here, everyone, is probably my girl, Lucy here, my gorgeous looking common garter snake here. And look at how big she is, everybody. She's almost 5 years old already. Coming up this August, she'll be a 5-year-old snake already. And the story behind her it's obviously kind of simple. I kind of actually rescued her mom from the wild because her home was actually getting demolished a lot, and her mom being pregnant and due like literally any time, she had nowhere to go. Everybody, where she was literally tucked in was pretty much a tight spot, and it was not a good place to have her babies. So I decided to go ahead and bring her back here, keep her for a few weeks until she finally gave birth, and I finally released all of the babies, including the mom, including Lucy's mom. And well, I decided to keep Lucy here all on her own, everyone. Obviously because there was just something special about her. And so far, ever since I've kept her, since the day she was born, my predictions kind of come true. She's a very sweet snake, everyone. She's pretty socialized when I take her out. She's not a bitey type snake at all, nor does she actually musk on me either, so. And it's crazy. Like I said, look how big she's gotten over just in the last couple of years. She has like doubled in size very, very fast here, everyone. And I'm hoping soon. She's still not, I don't think she's even done growing yet, to be honest with you, because her mom was a massive, one of the biggest garter snakes in the wild I've ever seen. Her mom was like 3 feet long, literally 3 feet long. So I'm hoping Lucy will eventually get close to that size, hopefully in a couple more years from now. Slowly but surely, she is still growing, and she's not done for sure. Some of you may or may not be familiar with this little tank right here. This is where my girl Sprinkle Cheese stays here, and apparently I can't take her out because during the daytime she's very shy and likes to sleep in her cave during the day. But when it comes to nighttime though, she does start to come out and cruise around because it starts to quiet down here. But at the same time though, she kind of does have a bit of a nippy attitude, which I'm still kind of working on her getting more friendly, but that's going to take some time regardless. But she's absolutely a good snake though. She does eat well, and obviously she's eating completely entire whole pinky mice now, which is awesome. So that's a pretty good sign right there, everybody. That's going to probably help her growth rate quite a bit here. Hopefully in the next couple more months we'll actually notice like a little bit of a jump in her growth rate here shortly. But anywho though, I'm actually really excited that hopefully 5 years from now we'll get to see her double in size. Just hopefully maybe get big as Lucy, if not maybe even a little bit big. Alright everyone, we're down to 2 more animals and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Next one we're going to actually share with you guys is obviously another pretty popular one here too. It's my girl Ellie here, my children's python. Now, the backstory about her is that I actually never officially bought her from a reptile show. She actually was bought by a very close friend of mine that went to that Grand Rapids reptile show with me, and she was just so itty bitty back then. I think she was probably only like 8-10 inches long at that time, and she was just bright in color, so you guys, for a children's python. But over the time though, she's kind of been a bit snotty a little bit, but obviously because I think the way she was raised when she was first purchased, she probably wasn't that quite socialized. That's the issue there. But after my friend decided a year later after buying her, he decided to go ahead and let me take her in, and since then, 5 years later, she's actually put still some size onto her, and she's very healthy, and she's not so snotty as she used to be. She's pretty much, well, lazy and stuff like that. You can tell she's like perched on her branch right there. That's like her favorite basking spot up there, and she's got a good appetite, by the way. But like I said, I mean, this girl's kind of had a run for my money over the years since I got her, but I just still love this snake, you guys. I mean, literally to think, having a pet snake native to the continent of Australia, that's just something really, really cool that I have never thought I'd ever get to have. But that's just absolutely an amazing, amazing snake to have for sure. I'm hoping to have her still another 10, 20 years from now, and hopefully she's maybe gotten a little bit of growth on her still, and like I said, maybe she'll still be a very, very friendly snake, and who knows, maybe even might get her a boyfriend too. Okay, so for the last one, everyone, this one's gonna be just a little bit controversial here. Now, I've had this one for a few years, and you guys know Van Halen, my other normal common garter snake. He's kind of like the one that doesn't like to be handled that much. He likes to musk on me a lot. Well, the truth is that I actually never purchased him from a breeder, you guys. He actually was wild caught by me. And again, I know it sounds kind of controversial, you know. Some of you might be saying, why would you take a little wild snake out of its natural habitat? The truth is, everyone, is that back when COVID first hit, I actually didn't have an actual paying job, and really, I was looking for a male common garter snake. The only problem was that online, everyone, they were kind of up in price there, and really, even if they were expensive, there was not a whole lot of people selling the normal phase common garter snakes, and I don't know. like I said, it's a bit controversial. So, but since then, Van Halen has become pretty much a pretty docile snake. He's not so squirmy when I walk by his cage, but when I do try to pick him up, he's not a big fan of it. But since then, he's had a really good appetite. He's tanking pinky mice for the last couple years too, so I can't blame him on that one. But at the same time, I know his cage doesn't look a whole lot decorative, obviously because his water bowl just got cleaned up today, so I'm going to be putting that back in there, and I'm probably going to have to get him a little hide here eventually, because obviously he's probably feeling like he might be quite exposed out here, which I do not blame, by the way. So eventually here, one of these days, buddy, you are going to get your very own hide, and you don't have to bury yourself in the bedding like you always do, which that's kind of funny that you do that. But regardless, everybody, I feel like that is the conclusion here for all of the animals up to date here. So with that being said, feel free to smash that like button if you guys want to do that. Feel free to comment and tell me which one of my animals is your guys' favorite. Because right now, I can't choose which one is my favorite. Maybe I will change my mind in the following future. So with that being said, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this video up, everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. And like I said, if you guys want to subscribe, feel free to smash that subscribe button for me and turn on that notification bell so you guys can stay notified for every new video I upload Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.